Arap, my brother, it is you.
Jeff, it's a pleasure.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you.
What you did, what you continue to do as Moi. Okay, let's go back first. Imagine 15 years ago doing that. How did you guys conceptualize the whole thing?
Well, there are two other young men who are very responsible for that madness. KJ and Tony.
Tony.
And at this particular point, I want to say it was not my idea, just in case. It was KJ's idea. And of course, Tony happened to be working with the university at the time. And he's the one who said, look, there's an opportunity for us to get together and do something that is extraordinary. We all never thought it would get to where it has gotten us today.
But Walter, it was very risky at the time.
Yes, it was. That's the time you would not even imagine the president in any other way. And what he had done, what the former president and the former regime had done was to perfect the art of fear in people, to the point where even when you're talking to yourself, you think they're hearing. So at that particular point, I can honestly say that's what you call innocent courage. When you're at the university, you think within the confines of the university, and you're untouchable kind of thing. But it's false fear.
What was it like at the rugby grounds, arriving in a motorcade, performing for the crowds? What was that like?
I mean, it's humbling, and one of the things that we can say, it's the Kenyans who made the act be what it is today, and what we got to do, because they gave us overwhelming support, and that gave us the energy to keep going. And I remember this time when we were the rugby sevens, and I think technology had just checked in, and there was that camera that has a laser beam or something, and so someone was trying to take a shot of Tony on stage, and we saw that red beam on his phone, and that was the end of the act. And don't ask me what happened. We were under the tent at the table for a while, hoping it wasn't a gun pointed at Tony. But
And the NIS, which was CID then, did they ever bother you guys? Did they ever follow you or harass you?
They were our biggest fans.
Come on.
Yeah, and I'm told, rumor has it that was the act in State House. That is what, I mean, Ridiculous was a family affair, was a Kenyan thing. It was about us reflecting about how we're going around our business, and you could find families gathered together, and people in State House gathered to watch. I remember one time we were invited to go and perform for all the police commissioners, and Interpol was in the house here at the Intercontinental, and that was the time Abongo was the police commissioner. And trust me, when we started the act, the room was quiet. They were not finding that funny.
Right.
So we were really trying to be funny, and no one is laughing because all of them are cops. And everybody was looking at Abongo. When the moment Abongo started smiling and everybody laughed, and they all started laughing.
But they had to wait for him?
They had to wait for the police commissioner to start the laughter.
Yes.
So
you never performed for Moi?
Other than his living room? Not in person. Not in person. But we would love to.
Rumor has it he used to watch you guys.
Yeah, that's rumor. That's rumor. But I think he did. The fact that we continued to do the act, and the Kenyans continued to give us the support and the love, it means somebody sanctioned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me. I mean, that's the time, Jeff. Remember, that's the time when you did a play, you needed to go to State House for it to get approval from the DO.
Yeah.
And if they didn't understand the first line of the act, if you are saying the things you say now, oh my, oh my,
smoky,
those things they won't make it for TV. You know,
we'd be in jail.
Which smoke are you talking about? What are you imagining? What emoji? That smoke is, you know. But anyway, I mean,
tumetoka mbali.
Tumetoka far.
Yeah.
Tumetoka far. Yeah.
If he asked you all, if they asked you for a reunion, ridiculous reunion, performing for former President Daniel Arap Moi, would you do it?
Can we do it today?
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be more than willing to do it. Not for anything, but for the love. And I think, for me as Walter, and it's an honor to play that role.
Yeah.
And it's what gave me the opportunity to be in the public get to interact with the public. So it's an honor to play that act.
See, to organize Jubilees, Jamhuri, to organize, it's a Jubilee year after all.
You know, Jeff, I like you. I like your spirit. It's like you're the one who's running the president's calendar. Is it because you imagine he's your brother or something? They already sorted out Jamhuri Day about 1 year ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But hey, I mean, if UK and wants us to do that, we will be more than glad.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah,
Look, and I really wanted our viewers to see that you're not just a comedian who plays more. You have a serious job as Director of Communications for Nairobi County. I mean, what's that like? What's it like working with the governor and working for the big city?
Yeah. First, I want to thank you, and I want to thank the Nairobians for having given us the opportunity to serve them, and of course the courts finding it necessary for His Excellency the Governor Kidero to continue to serve the people of Nairobi. That was a disruption of about 18 months that was unnecessary, but right now Nairobi City County is a great opportunity. I must say that we have an uphill task as a county government, simply because everything was concentrated in Nairobi. So it's almost very difficult for you to feel the impact of devolution in Nairobi, because the infrastructure was, I mean, just slightly better than upcountry, where they're experiencing the real value of devolution. But what it is for Nairobi, and what the government of His Excellency Kidero is doing, is working based on a master plan, where it's not haphazard development, but it's a focused development agenda, which then gives people solution that is transformational in nature.
But you know, Nairobians are tough people, you know, tough crowd.
Yes, and we love tough people, because then they give us a challenge, because then it's not a walk in the park. As a leadership of Nairobi, we've got to match up with the expectations of the people of Nairobi.
Skiza, easy traffic lights, Ziko Hapa,
Yes.
Nyayo, traffic lights. And then they're digitized now, right? Everything is digitized.
Yes, it's a
People
control.
are still running the red light, Bana. What is wrong with us, or what is wrong with you people?
I'm sure it's not the county government that is running
control
through
the lights. Control the lights.
Jeff, the lights are being controlled. The lights are working. There are things that, as we say, if you look at the Constitution as it is right now, we are talking about participation. We are talking about engaging the citizenry. We are talking about every decision we are making, the citizens must participate. So at this particular point, what we're saying, if you're talking about traffic lights, it's a courtesy thing. If you're approaching the lights and they're turning red, it doesn't harm to even we have put a counter there that you're going to be here for 50 seconds, and you can actually count them down for your other brother and sister who's coming from the opposite direction, or on the second, third exit, to actually get an opportunity to go. So if we can practice that courtesy, that patience, and allow ourselves, you know, you go, I go, we will organize ourselves and we'll be in the move. But however, it's not absolving the responsibility of the government of His Excellency Kidero from doing what we are mandated to do. But it's a thought of, hey, let's help each other to turn around the city. When we talk about garbage collection, for example, there can never be garbage collection if we don't have people trashing. That means there's somebody who's actually taking the garbage and putting it in a place where we can collect it. And as a government, what the government of His Excellency Kidero is talking about, it's not just garbage collection. It's what do we do with our garbage.
You're lucky people aren't in Rwanda. You should see what they do in Rwanda.
What do
you can't throw garbage out.
Yeah, because they respect the law. Jeff, you're widely traveled, and you know that people respect the law. If we begin to respect the Constitution that we've put, if we begin to respect the bylaws of the city county of Nairobi, life will be a little bit bearable, by the way. And what I can assure you, and what I can assure our Nairobians, is that, one, we have a credible government in Nairobi County that is focused, that can deliver on the promises that we promise as a government. And we will have an opportunity for the next 3 years to transform how Nairobi is.
Lakini mwambia si overlap, eh? I keep seeing GK, you know, that count number 47.
Yes.
You know, overlap all the time, but
mutatuia radhi sometimes it's trying to rush to the next responsibility that you've given us. But hey, I will pass the message, and I'm sure His Excellency is watching.
Overlap, hata mimi nita overlap.
Yes, hapo ndio inaanzia. Sasa tuna overlap. Tukutane kando ya barabara au sio?
It's sorted.
Yeah, but
it's a big challenge, though. It's a big challenge, and you know everyone considers the capital as the seat. I mean, it's the big example.
Yeah.
You guys have a responsibility.
It's not even, Jeff. It's not even about perception or what people think about us. Nairobi controls 60% of the GDP of the country.
Yeah.
I mean, the central government is here. The national government is here. The county government have offices here. Multinational companies have investments here, and it's a huge responsibility. We are the city, county, and we are the city capital. So, and we get and look at the hospitals, look at the population. By day, we are talking about 5 million Kenyans in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at that number, it's a huge responsibility, and that is why we are talking about having a master plan as opposed to a haphazard development or coming up and saying today let's do this, tomorrow no, let's have a plan. How do we want to approach? I don't think His Excellency Governor Kidero is here for the next 3 years. He's here probably for another 2 terms, and that's a responsibility that we will wait for the Kenyans and Nairobians to give us.
Are we going to have a 24-hour economy in Nairobi?
We already have that.
Is it happening?
We already have that.
KPLC.
Right now, when you mention KPLC, that's another, and by the way, energy is yet to be devolved. So, but when you talk about lighting the city, we have, through the Ministry of Roads and Infrastructure, we have a very elaborate plan of about 8.5 billion to light Nairobi. And soon you will be seeing the tender documents out there, and we hope the processes will go in record time for people to be given an opportunity to light the city.
If people have suggestions, you know, and I'm sure you guys have a suggestion box or an email or somewhere where people can.
Yes.
Here's my suggestion.
Yes.
These people fixing the roads.
Yes.
Sijui ni kazi kwa vijana or whatever it is, fixing the roads in Nairobi. Ambia wafanye hiyo kazi usiku.
Okay.
Not the daytime.
That message is well taken, and it's also important at this particular point just to put to share a bit on roads. We have roads that we control as a county government, and we have roads that are under national government, Kenaha, Kura, and so it's a shared responsibility. However, your point of construction, and that's where we're talking about once we continue to light the city, and we go 24-hour economy. And then, I mean, sorting out the roads and maintenance, it will be a night job, as you say.
Yeah.
And also, when we look at the, I mean, you can see trucks passing. When you see 17 trucks that occupy a lane, 2 lanes, and occupy, I mean, space for about 3 cars, and you have 17 trucks, you can imagine the speed at which we then can move. So we are also hoping that with time we will be, when the bypasses are ready, we can be able to get the heavy trucks out of the city center, and therefore making it easier for the motorists to come in and out. And I mean, you can see now what we're doing, digitizing the payments, that you can pay from the comfort of your house in the morning on e-payments. Star 217 and there you are, you pay for your parking. When you come to the city center, our officers are well trained to know that they can just punch in your number and they already know that you paid. So it's also making it convenient for people to do business in Nairobi.
300 a day, Bona, you guys, 300.
Yeah.
So
if anything, 300 is kidogo in my opinion.
Don't say it in London they're paying.
No, that's not what I was saying. Hey, I'm sure the 300 is not an issue. What the issue is, what value are we giving you in return? And I think Kenyans are moving away from the figures to value. When I come to the city center, when I pay you the 300, do I get a secure parking? Do I find my car safe? Do I find my valuables safe?
My side mirror missing.
Yes, you know, that is what now we are talking about, value for our customers, and we're looking at everybody as a customer.
Yeah. Are we going to be proud of the city like we were? You know, now when we were growing up, well, long before you were growing up, when we were growing up, we called this the green city in the sun. That was Nairobi.
And I think with the kind of government that we have for the city county of Nairobi, and the plans that we have, the elaborate plans that are already in motion. It's no longer the talk of we will do this, we will do that. We're already implementing those. And I think in another 1 year, we can commit to that, Jeff.
Yeah.
In another 1 year, on behalf of my governor and on behalf of the deputy governor and the...
You believe in this team, Walter? You believe in this team?
Of course I do.
Huh?
I can tell you, the Governor Kidera has put one of the smartest, what you can call equivalent of cabinet. People who have integrity, people who have an idea of what they're doing in their docket.
We were with you guys last week at the Charter Hall. Remember we did Sikika Sasa?
Yes.
It was smoking.
Yes.
Smoking.
Yeah, the smoking that you shouldn't say. Yeah.
It was a good show.
The expectations are high.
Yeah.
And I think the team and the governor are up to the task. That I can guarantee you. And just like any other new government, because devolution, Jeff, is not, no one can claim to have done devolution a couple of years ago. We are all taking the baby steps towards, and if you look at the constitution, it made a provision for implementation of the functions for a period of about 3 years.
Yeah.
So we are actually doing our first year, and I think there's tremendous progress that is being done, and we just keep the momentum so that we can focus on what we need to do. These side shows of politics and everything else, it's normal, but we've got work cut out for us to do.
The election is not that far away.
It's about 2 years, but that's not our focus right now. Our focus right now is to deliver on the promises that we owe the people of Nairobi. Coincidentally, I also chair what we call the County Communication Congress, which is a body that all the communication directors of every county congregate.
You chair that?
Yeah, I chair that.
But do you say?
I just mentioned. I just mentioned.
Yes.
You know, so the reason why we're doing that, it's we believe that the devolution story is not being told the way it should. So we are spending a lot of time on sideshows. What we see on mainstream media, when Makweni go on rampage, that's headline. When there are people seeming to slap one another, it's headline. We have got that culture of highlighting the negatives versus the positive gains.
Are you going to have your own TV for Nairobi City, Nairobi County? You're going to have that? Because, you know, like, please, in Soweto, they have Soweto TV. You know?
There are plans, and that is for every other county.
Sasa mtu ameiba your idea by now, eh? Wameiba.
No. It's still intact. It's still intact for one reason. Every county has a provision and has an opportunity to set up a radio station or a TV station. However, the national government, through the Ministry of ICT, is yet to set the framework by which these county radio or TV stations are going to operate. That is being done by Honorable Matiang'i. And probably in the next couple of months, CCK, together with Honorable Matiang'i, will give us a direction on how they want the county to handle their... Because information and communication is a right of the people. It's not a privilege.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a constitutional requirement for us to inform the citizenry of what is happening.
Absolutely. Walter, I want to be proud one day, proud like Prezzo's song of this city. Remember when he says, my city, my town, this is how we do it, this is how we
that's
get
how you
down.
roll, right?
That's how we roll.
Yeah, no wonder you can't dance Lingala. I understand. I see what you're listening.
Got a couple of minutes to go, man.
Yes.
Your thoughts. Give people of Nairobi reassurance that what you guys are doing right now is the right thing. Go on, you have a couple of minutes.
I mean, as I said, it's an honor to serve the people of Nairobi. It's a great privilege to work with a great team, and His Excellency Kidero and his deputy, Jonathan Mweke, who's now spearheading the digitalization of the processes of our county. And so what we want to assure the people of Nairobi is that the promises, the 7 pillars on health, on better infrastructure, better city, are promises that we will keep, and are promises that we will honor. And by the end of our first term, you will be the first people to give us the authority to continue to the second term. Yes.
My city, my town.
It is.
Listen, because we think you guys are doing such a decent job in Nairobi County, we're going to let you keep walking.
All right. All right.
This is our signal for you to keep walking.
Yes.
Courtesy the good folks at Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Don't give it to former President Daniel Moy, please.
Okay.
Don't give it to him.
Okay.
Because you know he doesn't touch this stuff.
All right. By the way, we will take this gift with a lot of, thank you, with a lot of humility. But we will also need to look at the law. How much is this gift? The government has a way of receiving gifts, and there are thresholds. If it's a certain price, then we give it back.
Bob.
On behalf of Nairobi County and my governor, Honorable Kidero, who is away in Germany.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now that he's away, where Kunywa to Sijali? Kunywa.
Ndio show iendelee. I keep working. Kuna pool hapa, tuta relax. But asante, we appreciate.
Good to see you, Walter.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
And that Moy stuff.
All right.
Smoke.
We keep walking.
Keep walking.
Yeah. Oh my. What do you say by that?
Oh my. Wamai.
Okay. Wamai. As in the Kikuyu Wamai. Oh, wow. Thanks for letting me share.
Good job, man. Smart guy. Keep it up.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Walter Mungare, folks. My goodness. What a show. What a guy. What a guest. What a week it's been on JKL. You simply cannot make this stuff up. This is one of those shows you're going to be talking about forever and a day. Hopefully we can repeat it tomorrow, 11 o'clock.
Okay, I'll be watching.
Spread the word.
I'm on Twitter, by the way.
What's your handle?
At Walter Mungare.
At Walter Mungare.
You can also do at Nairobi City County.
At Nairobi City County.
We're in business.
Anything else?
And if you want, and you've got an issue with the county, please send us an email, ikidero@nairobi.go.ke, and we will respond to your queries.
Ikidero.
Yes.
If he overlaps, I'm ikideroing.
That's it. And we will be right on it.
Word.
Oh my, oh my.
Next week on JKL, new week, new topic, new guests, same place, same time. You know you can't find guests like the former president or Walter for that matter, anywhere else, but right here on Kenya's television network, KTN. Thanks so much for watching. Good night. Good luck.
Oh my.
Wama.
I think you like that. You like that.